It's one thing to do an impression. It's another to step on stage and shapeshift into another person. These are Jim Carrey's greatest moments.
My name is Jim Carrey. I'd like to do some impressions for you tonight, if you'll just give me a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, I was attacked by a dog. I was standing in the street screaming, trying to get the vicious dog off my leg. And of course, my favorite, Jack Nicholson.
I can't believe I ate the whole thing.
Most people associate Jim Carrey's impressions with his stand-up comedy, but Hollywood figured out pretty quickly that it would be a waste not to use them on screen. Bruce Almighty is a perfect example.
Be careful what you wish for, punk.
No! Nope. Nope. I am a reasonable, sane human being.
44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world. I'm not Clint Eastwood.
It seems like that Clint Eastwood impression paid off because he later won the Choice Movie Comedy Actor Award for his performance in Bruce Almighty. Here's how he showed up for his award.
Here, I'm gonna start unpeeling, unveiling. Just peel, yeah, just keep peeling. Does it hurt at all? Oh, please be honest with me too, okay? Yeah, pull that up. Okay. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. No, it's great. Is it okay? Good. Yeah. Great. I've seen that look before. Okay. Hey, it's just what you gotta do if you want to stay current, you know what I mean? Okay, hold on, I got it. I'd like to thank Tom Shadyac, everyone at Universal, Jimmy Miller, Eric Gold, Nick Stevens, John Rigney, Linda Fields, my daughter Jane. Where is she? Jane, there's Jane over there. Okay, great. And I'd just like to thank all you guys, because without you guys, I wouldn't have a reason to do this stupid. When I finally met Clint, he just said to me, I love that tape. And I show it to all my friends. Naturally, I was elated. I wanted to do the best possible job that I could do for this man. You know, the first day of shooting, I showed up with all these wild ideas. I said, I have a ton of ideas that I want to try out, Mr. Eastwood, if you don't mind. You know, I was expecting a little bit of resistance. But Clint just looked at me and said, well, maybe we'll just turn the camera on and let him go. We honed the final performance down to this little piece that I'd like to perform for you now. Hey, man, I can handle it.
It's safe to say 2004 Jim Carrey was a different breed. That was the year Meryl Streep received the 32nd AFI Life Achievement Award, only the 6th woman to be honored at the time. Plenty of actors paid tribute. Naturally, Jim Carrey's was the most unhinged.
So I'll just say this.
You're simply the best. You're better than all the rest. You're better than anyone. Maybe even him.
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
You're simply the best. Ba, 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 ba.
Wouldn't this be great with music?
Ba, ba. Living in America. Got to have a celebration. Ow! Whoa.
Spend enough nights on late-night television, and you'll quickly build a bromance. But Jim Carrey didn't just build chemistry with Conan O'Brien, he studied him closely enough to turn the host into a full impression.
What's he got that I haven't got? What's he got? What's the secret? I can do all that stuff.
Alrighty then. Smoking!
Very nice to meet you!
E.T. the extraterrestrial.
And I know, you people don't like when guys get up here and espouse their political beliefs. I just want to say one thing. Viva El Salvador! Thank you.
And now for Jim Carrey's unique take on Buzz Lightyear.
What am I doing in a spacesuit? I don't want to go to space. I want to go to Miami. Hey, I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Star Trek fans, get ready. In this next clip, Jim Carrey delivers a hilarious impression of Captain Kirk.
God, I feel so vulnerable.
Captain, intruders are approaching the bridge, sir.
Spock, who is he?
A former Calypso singer, Captain.
Hey, mister, you can't come in here and talk to me like that. Mr. Spock, my friend, we've got to do something.
Why do you say we, Caucasoid?
Spock, are you out of your Falcon mind? You get off my ship, buddy.
Put your puny weapon down, Captain. Go to your room.
They say imitation is the highest form of praise, perfectly illustrated by Roberto Benigni.
You really got to get out there and talk to people. Anyway, who cares? I have been beaten by Roberto Benigni. He has jumped into my ocean. A lot of actors started doing bad commercials. Remember Robert De Niro's?
Now that's a spicy meatball.
Or Bruce Dern? Where's the beef? Where is it? Give me the beef or I'll crack your head open.
There's a strong case that Clint Eastwood might be Jim Carrey's favorite person to imitate. It makes sense, especially given how openly he's spoken about admiring Eastwood's work.
Clint Eastwood.
Face lets your friend know that you don't really mean what you're saying, and then he does the kidding face back to you, letting you know that that he's understands that you're kidding.
Can I see the kidding face?
Well, it would be like you're an idiot.
That's very nice, yeah.
I mean, I guess that's how you get your kicks out here. This illusion of superiority that you have.
I swear to God, I'm very...
It's all funny. Puppet master,
yeah.
running everybody's lives, coming into another country. Ooh, I own the place. Big deal. Yeah. You're no big deal up here, mister. Yeah. You can't be a star up here. You're a normal person like everybody else. And guess what else? No one likes you, Conan. No one likes you, and you're gonna die alone! You had me now!
Matthew McConaughey, what are you doing here?
What are any of us doing here? Whether I get your question right or wrong, free will is an illusion. Life is a game that plays us.
So you don't have an answer?
At this point, I didn't know if I was dreaming him or if he was dreaming me. Also, I was 90% sure that I'd left my Lincoln running with the doors unlocked. And yet somehow, I felt it was completely safe.
Did you record a voiceover for this?
I did.
Jim Carrey is known for his unique existential views, having a perception of identity which is very fluid. A great example is the moment he randomly decided to shave his head and suddenly thought he was Lance Armstrong.
A lot of people say I look like Lance Armstrong, especially when I do this. Fantastic, isn't it? There's no feeling like it, man. Around mile 50 is where I break away from the pack by just passing wind.
Over the years, there's been speculation about how Jim Carrey's face seems to stretch beyond normal limits. Some online have linked it to EDS, a connective tissue disorder associated with flexibility, though nothing has ever been confirmed. Whatever the reason, impressions like his take on Sylvester Stallone show just how physically elastic his performances can get.
You do, though.
It's mostly just me.
Well, it is. It mostly right?
Yeah, I do all my own stunts, you know what I mean? People pay a lot of money to come to the theater. They want to know what I'm doing inside, you know?
This is one of the best comedians on television today, Robin Williams. This week at Divine Acreage, I'd like to report on the political situation down here in Canada. You should see it down here. It's quite a mess. The whole country's like a huge search commercial because they have two countries in one. Thank you, Your Immenseness. So, and by the way, you know, they said a Frenchman would never be Prime Minister of Canada, but it's Trudeau.
Dinner with Anthony Hopkins sounds like an honor, but when the person across the table once portrayed Hannibal Lecter a little too convincingly, you might glance at the menu differently.
And he came over and we had dinner together, and I told him that that's how I approached Ace Ventura. It was a smart bird, and he went, I do that. I do that. Hannibal Lecter was a cross between a crocodile and a spider, a tarantula spider, with infinite patience, infinite time to just wait for the perfect moment to strike. And he would. And
you were alone in the house with him.
I was eating dinner with him, and frankly, it got a little creepy.
Yeah.
It really did. It started getting creepy. I started going, more roast beef, man? There's plenty in the kitchen.
Conan O'Brien wasn't the only talk show host in Carrey's Impressions book. Here's his hilarious take on Jay Leno.
Okay, we're gonna take a short commercial break here and be right back. Hey, hold on here. Wait a second. What happened to Branford and the band?
Oh, snap. They had to run off early. They had to do the Arsenio Hall show.
Well, that's it. They're banned. They're banned. The band is banned. I don't care. I don't need them anyway. I don't. As long as I still have my audience, right?
You ever make the wrong turn and next thing you know, you're in the hood? And why do they call it hood? What is it, like the entire city's a giant sweatshirt and that's the part you pull over your head? What is the deal?